All rise. TP District Court is now in session with the Honorable Elaine C. Washington presiding.
Thank you. You may be seated. What we'll call the cases of the state of Michigan versus Shania Williams, case numbers 23 FB 1290, as well as 23 FB 1351.
Assistant Public Defender Allison Miller here on behalf of Shania Williams. Seated to my right, Ms. Williams, can you state your name?
Shania Williams.
Thank you. We're here for sentencing on a violation of probation today.
Correct, Your Honor. I have gone over the recommendation with Ms. Williams. We talked a little bit about what happened with the MRT program here and how it's going now. She's enrolled with the MRT through the PATS and sounds like it's going better. We do just ask the court to extend so that she can, at this point, complete MRT. And we ask that the sanctions be the extra fees for the extended probation. She's working full-time and she is now re-enrolled in the MRT.
She also is impatient or something and said she wanted to knock on the door here outside. So her behavior outside hasn't been stellar. So she's continuing the same behaviors. You'll have an opportunity to speak then.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, I didn't know about that, but what happened before court today.
I understand. Prosecution?
It looks like obviously we got this update just last Friday from Agent Johnson. So it sounds like not only she has, I don't know what the what am I trying to say? I don't know how often each session is conducted. So I'm assuming that the fact that she started on July 25th and has 3 done is keeping up with the appropriate pace, I guess, we're asked.
Ms. Johnson, is that correct? I mean, if she started back on July 25th, is she completing them on a regular basis?
I'm pulling up the log sheet right now for the PATS program. So give me 1 second. So the attendance session says that for August 1st, she did her pyramid session, 8:15. She was on step 1. 8:08 was a no-show. 8:22, she completed session 1. 8:29, she tried to join but was 35 minutes late for class.
So she's missed at least 2 classes so far.
Thank you, Agent Johnson. And that's why I really wanted to ask, because I didn't want to assume that everything was smooth sailing just because she was in the class, because she's, you know, kind of had some struggles technically being in the class before. So I don't have an issue with the recommendation, but I hope that Ms. Williams understands that she can't obviously drag this out and miss class or come to class late and sort of have issues, because she'll end up right back with additional violations if she ends up being discharged from this class, you know, due to that. I didn't know about her behavior in court. Ms. Williams has displayed some impulsive types of behavior since the underlying cases, quite frankly, that she's here on probation on. So I know that at the last hearing, she said, you know, it's not like I'm a rude type of person, but I don't think that she really gets it. I don't think that I think MRT is supposed to be addressing this exact sort of thing, but obviously she hasn't, you know, been able to engage in it. I think on a level that's going to help with that, because that's why we're here too. So I hope that she gets it together basically and starts to understand where all of us are coming from and why she's in this position, so that she can get out of it and get through this successfully.
Thank you. So as I look back over the sequence of events that occurred for being discharged from the MRT program. I am just astonished by the fact that someone's in a program that's supposed to be teaching them how to behave, and her behavior essentially was, she was so disruptive that they had to cancel the class for not just her, everybody that day. She refused to hang up, said, I'm not going nowhere. I'm on this line and I'm staying, despite being told that she needed to hang up. And she gets allowed into a new program, and she's already missed 2 days, showed up late to one of those, which she missed. Shows up to court and decides that maybe she should knock on the court's door, I guess, to expedite matters so that she could come into the courtroom. You're here now, ma'am. What would you like to say?
I would like to say on my behalf, it's not a problematic young woman. I'm not, and I'm ready to put all this behind me. I have been here for 2 hours, not saying nothing runs on my time, but it was just like very inconvenient because I got a lot of stuff to do. And with that being said, I appreciate you for seeing me today, and hopefully everything go as planned.
I think you misunderstand where you are in this process.
I'm just trying to move forward in this process. That's it. That's all. I got a lot on my plate, and I don't need nothing. Yeah, I just don't need nothing else on my plate. I'm going through a lot. So show up and be here is enough for me. So,
I think she's very confused.
yes.
Williams did, I know that doesn't address what happened here today. Ms. Williams did say she felt like, and this is not an excuse, she's something she's working on. She felt like she had a conflict kind of relationship wise with the coordinator of the program here, but she said that's something she's also learning, is that you can feel that way, but you still have to behave in a certain way. And so that's something she said she's working on right now, is even when you feel maybe like you're not interacting with someone, that doesn't give you the excuse to displace, the behaviors that she did at the session there by disrupting it. I do think she understands now that this isn't going away and the consequences are just going to get worse. So I hope that she won't miss any further sessions. I hope that she'll comply with her new MRT program. The sessions that she has been to, she said, have gone well. So I would just ask the court for maybe a final chance to see that she doesn't miss any more sessions. She doesn't show any more disruptive behavior, and shows to the court and probation and everyone really on this case that she's taking this seriously and trying to learn from it.
Well, my concern at this point is I gave her another opportunity to get enrolled, and she did do that, but her attitude here has not changed at all. And even in talking to me, she just doesn't get it. So I think some jail time will help her to understand what a real inconvenience is. Because her thinking that she can show up to court for a sentencing date and feel as though she's inconvenienced is so out of touch with reality. So it's be 5 days in the Washington County Jail. I'm sorry, what did you say, ma'am?
Sorry, Your Honor, that was my fault. I'm sorry to interrupt. I was just asking if maybe there was something really critical that could at all explain why she behaved that way today, but I don't.
I'm just losing everything. I'm going through a hard time, that's all. I don't mean any disrespect, but me and jail time, it don't, I just got a lot going on, and I don't think that nobody's supposed to be on my time or nothing, but it feels like anything I say, it's like, what? I keep trying and trying. This is what it's gonna come to, so I'm just. Yeah,
Now, you're doing 5 days in the Washington County Jail. And then after that, you're gonna continue on your probation. And then if you still don't do it, what's gonna happen is you're gonna do more jail time. Do you understand? Because this 5 days is just a touch of what jail is like. So that maybe you can understand the difference.
Ms. Johnson, all due respect, jail time is not helping me.
My name's not Ms. Johnson.
It's just not helping me. All due respect, woman to woman, it's not, jail time, it's just not helping me. I lose my job, I have school, everything just falling to pieces. It just wouldn't help. Me going through my classes, it's gonna take longer. It's just like putting me in jail for 5 days, that's all it's doing. I've been in jail 10 days, I don't like it there, I don't wanna be there.
So you're saying it's not enough time is what I hear
No,
you
I'm
saying.
just saying, I don't.
Because you didn't learn anything when you were in jail. So 10 days apparently didn't teach you anything.
I do, it do. I'm
It
saying-
did, because what happened is you got out and you actually basically chose to not listen to the facilitator in a program that you went in so you could be a better person.
I'm in another program, the first program.
I know you're in another program.
Yes, ma'am, the first facilitator, we kept bumping heads as a.
No, that's the problem. See, you think you're bumping heads. You're not bumping heads. You're there to listen. There's no bumping heads. You don't control anything. That's the problem. You think you do.
I don't want to control nothing. I'm in a court system. This is a court system. It's like, y'all just keeping me here. I don't want to be in this predicament no more than I already am. The woman that I was dealing with, the facilitator, I'm not saying we were bumping heads, but we wasn't having a good communication, which is as a young woman.
We're probably not having one right now, are we?
I mean, I remove my feelings and everything, but I'm pretty sure that we hear one another out, but I'm not trying to be overheard or nothing. No, ma'am. I just got so much going on and it's like, you're not hearing what I'm saying. It's like.
I'm hearing everything you're saying, but you don't understand the context of it. And the problem is, we all have a ton of things going on, but we don't behave the way you behave. And you think that you can control it. And the only thing you can control is your own words and your own actions. And that's what you need to learn to control. Are we clear?
Yes, Ms. Washington. Yes, ma'am.
You're gonna go to the rest of these classes?
Yes, ma'am.
Because if you don't, I'm not hearing any excuses, okay? If you don't go to the classes, if you get kicked out, I'm gonna give you jail time. And then you're gonna come back and you're gonna have to start over. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I understand it's hard for you to humble yourself, but that is what you're gonna have to do. Not just in court, but in life.
I'm listening to you. I'm listening. It's a lot going on. It's like, sorry. I'm listening. I'm very uncomfortable and I'm listening and I understand.
I know you're very
I just spit
uncomfortable.
my face, so it just nothing's working right now. So
I know you're very uncomfortable. That's what I'm trying to see. How are you gonna behave when you're uncomfortable? You think I'm trying to make you comfortable? I'm not.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
I'm gonna extend your probation in this case for 1 year. You're to do 3 days of community service. Ms. Williams, I should not hear again about you and attitude. Go to your classes, listen to those people, do what you're supposed to do. I know you got a lot going on, we all do. But sometimes you've just got to humble yourself and be quiet. And if you've got some anxiety thing going on that's causing you to behave this way, you should tell us so you can get some treatment for that. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
October 21st, 2024 at 11 a.m. for you to be back here and see me in person again.
Yes, ma'am.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
I'm not gonna impose the jail time at this time. When we're 20, we think we know everything, and we don't. When you get older, you realize who you were being when you were 20, and you wish that you weren't that way. So I hope sometime in the future, you will be able to see that what we're putting you through is for a reason. Whether you get that reason or not, it's gonna show up soon. If it doesn't work out, you're gonna end up in jail. So you should open your mind up to what's really happening here as opposed to what you think you know. I watched this movie and it was very interesting. The guy says, don't believe everything you think. You should stop believing everything you think and actually listen to what people are trying to tell you they're trying to do for you. I'll see you back here on October 21st.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Y'all have a good day.